better? Do you feel... Just as the camera clicks on, he ducks out of the frame. I think he feels better. I don't think he felt good for the last couple of days. And now he feels better. So, yes. All right, I have a job to do. Are you looking at the camera? Are you looking at the camera? Do you see yourself? No. No. See, you are pretty and oblivious, aren't you? Okay. He's pretty and oblivious. All right. What are you doing? Come here. Come here. There you go. All right. Okay. It is October 6th. Our title is Guidance for Your Life. I am just not even gonna... No pride today. The sunbeam is in an awkward place. So we're just going to use the glasses. Okay. October 6th, our title is Guidance for Your Life. The first quote is, I will instruct thee and teach thee in the way which thou shalt go. I will guide thee with mine eye. And that is Psalm 32:8. The second quote is, the one seeking to demonstrate the power of spiritual realization in everyday affairs should believe in divine guidance. That is The Science of Mind, page 167. In order to direct our lives, we must have plans and goals so we do not drift aimlessly. But is our direction always right, or do we sometimes get cast upon the rocks? What guides us in choosing our direction? If we direct ourselves only with our limited human intellect, we may indeed make mistakes. However, when we begin to turn to infinite knowledge, wisdom, and intuition within, then we are being divinely guided. In the silence of our meditations, inner guidance unfolds, not necessarily as a voice, but more probably as a gradually changing and improving circumstance. Do we really believe in guidance? Consider this. Every year, the swallows return to San Juan Capistrano. They may fly hundreds or even thousands of miles at high altitudes over mountains, water, deserts, and forests, through clouds, rain, darkness, and fog. Yet not only do they arrive in San Juan Capistrano, but they also find their previous year's nests. What an unbelievable and most precise navigational masterwork. If we could fly, could we navigate without instruments as these birds do? I could not. Yet, while our brains are large and complex, the bird brains are very small. So it seems evidence that this navigation feat is not a product of the bird's brain, but rather that God, as infinite guidance, is leading the bird. And if a bird is guided so marvelously, how much more are we guided if we become aware of and turn towards the divine guidance that is opening within and through us? Today and every day, my inner guidance directs me in all my activities. At all times, I know what to do and how to do it. This is an active and successful day, which definitely brings me both expected and unexpected good. And that is RH. That's Robert Haake. Haake, Haake. We don't have a whole lot of readings. And I found out last night in a meeting that I was in a Zoom meeting that I was in, that one of the writers that we read frequently, Margaret Stortz, apparently has written for Science of Mind longer than Ernest Holmes did. And I just think that's really cool, which is probably why we read so much of her stuff. And it's really good. So, guidance for your life. That basically his idea of the inner guidance, that God is guiding these birds, because we talk about instinct, is one of the reasons why we call God a divine pattern. One of the things that Science of Mind does is they're looking at God not as personality. Okay? God is not a personality, because personality, I mean, we can look at our own personalities. I have plenty of personality flaws. Okay. So God isn't a personality, because that way there are no flaws. All right. There are also no judgments. One of the ways that we will describe the divine is as a pattern, which are infinitely repeatable. And if you look to nature, as his example with the Capistrano, the swallows of San Juan Capistrano, there's a divine pattern. The seasons are a divine pattern. How the plants bloom is a divine pattern. They're all built in to run a system that works very well until we interfere with it. I don't know who we were talking about. Oh no, I was talking to Lilia about it, and how there are and I've also seen it with sea turtles. So with birds, when birds are migrating, population centers are asked to turn lights out. When the sea turtles are hatching, they ask the populations on the people on the beach to turn their lights off. So because the sea turtles are guided by the moon towards the water, the moon on the water, and the lights interfere with the natural pattern. And so that's one of the things, is like, there are these natural patterns around us all the time. So we have natural patterns within us as well. But we need to make time in our day, in our life, to get quiet and listen to those patterns. And that is the point of, he specifically said meditation. And that's one of the things that we say is, treatments and prayers and affirmations. That's how we talk to God. That's when we talk to God. But meditations are when we listen to God. And so if we want that divine guidance, because it's always available to us, it is absolutely always available to us, we've got to make time to listen. The spiritual practice of meditation. And so, and there it went. Oh, right. Because they talk about, there's a meme that I see occasionally, and it's, somebody went to Buddha and said, what do you get out of meditation? And Buddha says, nothing. I get absolutely nothing out of meditation. But let me tell you what I don't have, and he lists all of it. Like he's able to let go of anger and pain and fear, so, and life gets better. And that's what Robert is saying. It's like, when we take the time out to meditate, when we take the time to connect to the source of our own being, as Reverend Jesse likes to say, then when we do that, then we will connect to that divine guidance. It's like we all come with GPS. What do they call it? God, it's God something, God positioning service. That's not right. We all come with it installed. We also call it the Christ consciousness. It's like, we know the right choice to make. We know the healthy choice to make. We know the greater good choice to make. We know. But we let ourselves and society and culture and religion and all of that get in our own way. So it's like, if you look around and see all of the divine patterns that run very well until we get in the way. So what we want to do is get out of our own way, plug into that divine patterning, and watch our lives get better. And he made an excellent point. He made an excellent point in here. And the sunbeam is, where is the sunbeam? Okay. Because there was that one line in there that I thought was really, really good. Okay. In the silence of our meditations, inner guidance unfolds, not necessarily as a voice, but more probably as gradually changing and improving circumstances. And that's just it. We've gotten so used to hearing talking heads talk that we forget what divine guidance can look like. And when we make the time out in our day to be silent, to be quiet, to listen to the source of our own being, to listen to the divine patterns. They won't necessarily be voices, but things will just get better. Gradually. And that's what Buddha said. That's what Buddha said when asked about meditation. It's like, look, I get nothing out of meditation. But here's the other things that I let go of in meditation. And there we are. So, your mission today, should you choose to accept it. Oh, I think I'm going to take it out of down there at the bottom. And yeah, that sunbeam's gone again. I'm going to have to get a lamp. If the bird is guided so marvelously, how much more are we guided if we become aware of and turn toward the divine guidance, which is opening within and through us. So the mission today, should we choose to accept it, is to turn towards that divine guidance that is an opening within and through us. All right? Within and through us. We spend a whole lot of time out here looking for the guidance, when the best guidance is always going to come from here. Always. Always, always, always. So turn within. Turn within. And go. So take that time out. That's one of the reasons why I give you a mission every day. And as I say, it's the same mission every day. Honestly, it's about connecting with the source of your own being. Well, the other thing I always suggest every day is to do something loving for yourself, do something kind for yourself, do something compassionate for yourself. Because part of that is connecting with that inner wisdom, with that divine guidance, with the source of your own being. Because it is sometimes about, taking a walk, taking a nap, going and hugging a tree. And I do mean that literally. Hugging a tree. It's a thing. They do it in Japan. Like, doctors will write prescriptions for you to go out and hug trees. But it's also about, joy and creativity and connecting with who you are at the source of your own being. Well, who you are is a beloved child of God. You are made by God, of God, for God. And some of that looks like meditation. Absolutely. Meditation. And there are all kinds of meditations. There is sitting in a lotus position, staring at a wall. There is sitting in a lotus position, focused on your breath. There's sitting in a lotus position, staring at a candle. But there's also guided meditations and walking meditations. Walking a labyrinth is an excellent meditation. There are musical meditations, good piano music. It's whatever you need, whatever takes care of you, and connects you with the source of your own being, and connects you to the divine pattern, because it's all around us all the time, and we see it in pieces. All right. Okay. So that is what I know. Make sure that you take the time out to be loving, kind, compassionate with yourself. You deserve your own love. You deserve your own kindness. You deserve your own compassion. And who better to practice on than yourself? That way you create the habit, the default setting, the first response, and you create a bank so that you have plenty to share when you meet people who need a little extra, like the cat who currently has his head in my hand. I wish you could see it. It's super cute. Okay. All right. So then the usual things, make sure that you take time out to do something to engage your mind and your body today. Do drink plenty of water. They're talking like it could be 90 for the next couple of days. And I'm like, no, can we stay in the 80s? But, so drink plenty of water, hydrate, get that early in your day bright light. That will help to reset your circadian rhythms, and you will have more energy during the day and sleep better at night. And also, in the words of Ernest Holmes, in the words of Ernest Holmes, open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you, you do live in heaven right here, right now, because it's a state of mind, it's a state of consciousness. When we connect with that divine pattern, when we connect with the source of our own being, when we recognize the divine patterns around us, that's heaven. When we know who we are, that is heaven. You will never look in the eyes of someone that God does not love, especially when you look in the mirror. All right? So, take Emma's advice. Look for the good and praise it. I talk about heaven, creating heaven around you as a superpower, but it's one that you have. It just takes practice. State of mind, state of consciousness. You can do it. As I say with we come preloaded with that software. The password is love. Okay. So social media, we are Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark. So please go check them out. The YouTube channel, everything's lined up into. There are words. They are coming out of my mouth. Check out the playlists. I'm very proud of the playlists on the Creative Life YouTube channel. I'm the Running Rev Ryan on the ones that I'm on. I'm a little behind on I'm actually a lot behind on my YouTube channel, but that's where we are. And then have a great day. Oh, email. If you want to know what's going on at the center with the book studies and classes and what have you, email info@creativelife.org. That'll get you on the constant contact and the hot links are hot. So, here's where I tell you to have a great day, an amazing day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, an enchanting day, a magical day, a wonderful day, a good day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day, because you are enough just as you are. As I have said before and will continue to say, you are a beloved child of God, always. So, Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. with you. I will be back with you around 9 a.m. tomorrow. Take care of yourself, know that you're loved, and I will see you next time.